It's the 18th, which means it's Ruggie's birthday. Like all the others, Ruggie got an interesting bouquet, and it's extremely on brand for him. Twist, although a Japanese game, takes a lot of inspiration from US and British cultures, so I'm going to be analyzing the bouquets with Japanese flower language and Victorian flower language. To differentiate, when I say hanakotoba, I'm referring to Japanese flower language, and when I say florography, I'm referring to British flower language. Those terms mean the exact same thing, but to me, it makes sense to differentiate by, like, Japanese word for Japanese symbolism and English word for British symbolism. Some of these meanings overlap within the two flower languages, but not all do, so I want to be clear on what flower language I'm pulling stuff from. So what flowers does he have? He has lavender, honeysuckle, red hypericum berries, and red chrysanthemum. Those I'm sure about. He also has what I think is Hibiscus syriacus, which is either orange canna lily or orange iris, and either Leucadendron Inca gold or Leucadendron selignum. As per usual, I'm going to talk about all these flowers so I don't miss anything, but just as a heads up, take those with a grain of salt. Ruggie actually has quite a few overarching themes in his bouquet. The first one, which this isn't with meanings, but I thought this was interesting and incredibly on brand for him, but a lot of flowers in his bouquet aren't just pretty decorations, you can use them in medicines. The dual use thing is very Ruggie. Lavender, honeysuckle, hypericum berries, and chrysanthemum can all be used in medicine. Don't eat the berries though, that's topical medicine only. That shit is toxic if ingested, so do not have that because you will get poisoned and die. I mean, I don't actually know if you're gonna die, but like you are gonna get really, really fucking sick if you don't die, so like don't fucking eat those. Do not eat them. Lavender, honeysuckle, and chrysanthemum all mean devotion. Ruggie's an interesting case because like, can he be devoted? Absolutely. Even though Leona seems like kind of a shitty boss at times, Ruggie stays. But I also know that if a better opportunity came up, Ruggie would leave in a heartbeat. So I think for him, devotion isn't necessarily sticking to one person or thing forever, but like, while it's in his best interest, he's gonna be devoted to whoever, you know? Like, the guy physically drags Leona out of bed every morning. That is devotion to getting the job done. Honeysuckle and chrysanthemum both mean happiness. I wouldn't call Ruggie miserable, but I think his situation could definitely be better, so I feel like this is an aspirational sort of thing. He's gonna keep striving forward to get that cash money and have a better life. For our last theme, Kanas and lavender both mean distrust. Ruggie has a keen sense on people and he has a healthy skepticism on things. I don't think he's inherently distrustful of everyone, but he's far from naive and knows not to trust anyone completely. Now that we've covered all the overarching themes, let's talk about individual meanings. So lavender has a lot going on, so I'm just gonna list what's pertinent to Ruggie because otherwise we'd be here all day. In florography and hanakotoba, lavender can mean caution. Ruggie, although he has no problem throwing other people under the bus, like, you know, what we see in Portfest, he's still a fairly cautious person when it comes to work and especially trusting other people. Like, you're never gonna be able to pull one over on him. It's impossible. He makes sure to cover all his tracks and he's super smart. Ruggie is a cautious, careful person. Hibiscus syriacus has a meaning, but we'll talk about it in a few minutes. Same with honeysuckle and red chrysanthemum, that's more of a romantic plant. I mean, they all kind of are, but yeah. Red hypericum berries mean superstition in florography, but they have no meaning in hanakotoba. I don't think Ruggie would be an overly superstitious person. In fact, I think it would kind of take a lot to freak him out. Like, the only way I could see him believing in something is if there's, like, overwhelming evidence of something. This man is absolutely going to be stealing shit from haunted locations with no regard for safety, because he doesn't believe anything bad will happen. However, I should also mention that these are filler plants, so this could just not have a meaning. Who knows? Orange canna lilies mean confidence in florography. Ruggie is very confident and honestly, justified. Ruggie is extremely capable and he knows it. In hanakotoba, they mean paranoia and suspicion. This goes in line with the distrust thing I was talking about earlier, but I think it's different enough to have a few points. Ruggie is just trustful, so I can see him being paranoid about others when it comes to jobs especially. Bosses are never your friends, they will sell you to Satan for a corn chip. Ruggie's absolutely gonna watch his back and also try to have a backup plan in case things go south. Orange irises mean wisdom. Like I've mentioned, Ruggie's smart. He's really smart. This is just a reflection of that. And now, it's time for every Yume's favorite segment, Yumejoshi Ijou no Koi ga Shitai, where I talk about the romantic aspects of these flowers. If you're not into self-shift stuff, well, for starters, why not? Why do you not like having fun? But secondly, yeah, if this isn't your cup of tea, you can exit out if you want and I'll see you another time. But for those who do Yume, or you're just intrigued, let's talk about the romance aspect of these flowers. I already mentioned it earlier, but lavender can mean devotion. I don't think Ruggie would be like a sugar sweet kind of devotion, but I think he would be committed to trying to make things work out. Like, yeah, you guys might have fights, but if you're mad at him and he doesn't know why, he will straight up ask what's wrong and try to get the situation fixed. I also don't see Ruggie as the kind of guy who would seriously be, like, trying to date multiple people at once. I could see him flirting with other people to scam them or something, but, like, I do think he would have those lines he wouldn't cross, and you could be rest assured that you're the only one he truly cares for. Hibiscus Syriacus can be perfect wife. Now, you guys know I don't like gender getting anywhere near me. I do not fuck with that shit. I'm so agender, I don't want any sort of gender near me. But a lot of cultures gender chores, which is so fucking lame. Like, y'all are giving actions a gender? Literal cringe. I'm not even joking. I think that's so fucking stupid. And a lot of the ones we see Ruggie doing are gendered as female. Ruggie cooks, Ruggie cleans, Ruggie sews, Ruggie has to get his kid, Leona, out of bed. All things that I think a lot of cultures would consider women's work, quotation marks, and things wives are supposed to do in the context of marriage. And I think Ruggie would be a pretty good husband. Like, he's gonna definitely expect you to pull your weight in chores, but he's gonna help you with cooking, help you with cleaning, help mend clothing. This is not gonna be a relationship where only one partner is doing chores, like, both of you will be working. And also, this is more of a headcanon, but if you're a girl, I could absolutely see Ruggie finding out about trad wives and alpha men, and being like, hey, these people seem easy to scam. Let's make a fake Magicam account pretending you're a trad wife and we're a traditional family for the ad money. Like, I could absolutely see him doing that. Honeysuckle can mean love and the bonds of love in floriography and Hanakoltaba, respectfully. Red chrysanthemum means devoted love, romantic love, and strong feelings in floriography. And then in Hanakoltaba, it means I love you. These pretty much tie into the whole devotion thing I talked about earlier, so I'm not going to repeat myself. All I could say already got said. Although I do find it interesting that such, like, romantic flowers are in the bouquet. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. This was definitely an interesting look into Ruggie and an interesting bouquet to try and identify and decode. Not gonna lie, we had some issues with it, but we did it. But anyways, I hope you guys join me on May 6th for Apple's birthday. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching. And a very special thank you to my channel members and Twitch subs. Your support helps me to continue to make these videos. If you'd like early access to my videos, consider becoming a channel member. Patrons and Ko-fi members can get my scripts early before I record them. I livestream over on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see y'all later.